Oh, y'all, we got some empties to talk about. Ugh. Okay, so let me. Yes, this is, I think, 3 to 4 months. There we go. All right. We are in frame. We are in focus. All right. So I have 3 months worth of empties in this bin next to me. I cannot believe how much stuff I have in here. So we're going to talk about it. Some of it's going to be reviews. Some of it's going to be like, I finished this thing. It's fine. Um, we're going to start with the first. I finished this thing. It's fine. This is the Briogeo Superfood matcha and apple nourishing shampoo. I don't even know if this is made anymore. I probably got it at Marshall's. It's fine. I am not a shampoo purist. As long as it gets my hair clean, that's what matters. It goes in the recycling bin. So I have the Kosa Sport, which is like an AHA body wash. It's fine. I didn't really notice a whole lot of difference in the texture of my skin, but I think part of that is that I only take a full cleansing shower once a week usually. These days I'm taking cold showers before I go to bed to bring my body temperature down. And I'm noticing that this just didn't do a whole lot. I have another one in my shower, so maybe some continued use will help. But I also have the glycolic from Naturium. I have the SA cleaner from CeraVe. So I'm using a fair amount of glycolics and AHAs and other acids on my body. I'm also wearing sunscreen, a lot of sunscreen, but I just don't know if this is worth it. This I would recommend if you are not somebody who uses a loofah. I don't think I got the full experience out of this because I do use a loofah. I like that foamy, soapy texture. And I think this is something that you just have to use either on a washcloth or on your skin directly. Maybe I'll try it again when I run out of body washes. Right now I have 3 open in my shower, so, but it's good. I would recommend it. It didn't do anything terrible. It didn't dry out my skin. It didn't turn me into a mummy, which we appreciate. Speaking of hydration, I have 2 of these. These are the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleansers. I keep one in my shower and I keep one on my bathroom counter. And this is just the face wash that I have been using for umpteen bazillion years. I have the oil. I don't like it as much as I like the lotion. It's a different texture. It doesn't hydrate as well. And given the short amount of time that this is on my face, I want to absorb as much moisture as possible. You scared my cat. Okay, this is one that I am thrilled to get rid of. My ex-boyfriend, at the beginning of our relationship, the only things that he could think to give me as gifts for birthdays, anniversaries, what have you, was Bath and Body Works products. And I finally told him that, like, I don't like Bath and Body Works. I don't like their fragrances. I don't like their business ethics. And I would really appreciate some other gifts. And it kind of threw him for a loop, but he caught on eventually. But this is the last Bath and Body Works product. There's still a little bit in there. I don't care. I'm done with it. I throw it out with the man. Okay, so these are not necessarily empties, but they have gone off. This is the Kosa Sport Chemistry AHA deodorant. You have to use these within a couple years, and I've had these open for a very long time. It's a great deodorant. I highly recommend it. I'm using the one, right now I have the Necessaire Gel and I have the Drunk Elephant. I like them both. I think the Drunk Elephant does a better job when it's like hot and sticky out. It's what I'm wearing to I'm wearing the Necessaire today and I'm a little sticky. I'm a little sticky. But I highly recommend the Cosa Sport as long as you finish it before it goes off. I need to figure out how to open these and dump out the product before I can recycle the packaging. This. This I have had for years. I did repurchase it recently. This is the Godfrey Tint Kit that I use for my eyebrows. They do have one that is specifically for eyebrows, but it's so much more expensive. This is just for spot correcting. And it comes with 20 little individual capsules. You break it into a cup or a bowl or something with the developer. And for me, I have really thin brows that don't like to take a lot of color. So I have to leave it on for a couple of hours to get any sign of color absorption. I guess that's what I want. Yeah. This is great. I love it. I have a new one. They've changed the packaging, which I really appreciate. So it's not this box that's going to get crumpled anymore. They changed it to a plastic bag. I like that it's not a box, but I don't love all the plastic. So this one's done, can be recycled. Oh, this I bought back when I was doing some investigation into CBD skincare products and trying to figure out which ones would work to help with my dryness, my achy muscles. I bought this from CVS and I had to have it shipped to a friend who then shipped it to me because this had too much CBD to cross state lines, which I find ridiculous. But this is the Happy Dance Coconut Melt and CBD. This is one of the hardest coconut oils I've ever used. Like normally a coconut oil you can scoop into your hand or you use a spoon when it's solid and hard and you put it in your hand and eventually it starts to melt. This stuff takes forever to melt. I don't know why. I had about half of it left and I was just like, you know what? I'm not using this. I'm not reaching for it. I'm going to dump the rest of it into a hot bath. And I did, and I felt like it moisturized my skin nicely, and now I'm done with it. KP, more KP stuff. So this is the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser. The stuff is fantastic. I have another tube of this open in my shower. And when I'm done with it, I'm going to try the Soft Services scrubbing bars. But I do like this as a first step. So I will mix this with the CeraVe SA cleaner or sometimes the Kosas. And that I find that it helps emulsify and it helps foam. So it actually gets into the skin instead of just scrubbing off the top layer. Oh, I have 4 of these? Holy bananas. This, oh goodness, my jeweler friend who loves jars like this will be thrilled. So this is the Holika Good Cera Super Ceramide Cream. This is really nice for dry, dehydrated winter skin. It's a lovely creamy texture. Let's see if there's anything left in here. Yeah, it's very thick. It's thin, but it's got a weight to it. Oh, I have bronzer on my hand. That really does hydrate the skin. It hydrates. This time of year, I'm finding it's too much. I don't need this as much at bedtime, but it's utterly fantastic. And these are going to go to a good home. So I'm thrilled about that too. All right. Speaking of things that are big and behemoth, I don't know if this is finished. There might be a little bit in the bottom, but it's dried out and it won't pump. So I'm calling it done. This is the Dr. Teal's lavender body wash. Not body wash. Body lotion. I've had this for a very long time. It's fine if all you're looking for is a hand cream. I don't like body lotions. I realize that my skin responds to oils better than it does to lotions. I will not be purchasing body lotions in the future. Okay, I have two of the Naturium Fermented Camellia Creamy Cleansing Oil. This has taken the place of the Inky List Cleansing Balm in my makeup removing routine. This is lovely. It's smooth. It does feel creamy, but it's clear coming out of the tube. It's a squeezable balm. You rub this between your hands and it feels silky and satiny. It doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't feel like it's going to be hard to remove, which is how I felt with the Inky List. This is just a lovely, cosmetically elegant makeup remover. Oh, I finished micellar water. This is the Bioderma Hydra Bio H2O micellar water. This is fantastic. I love a good micellar water. I don't really get persnickety about micellar waters as long as they do what I need them to do. As long as they don't dry out my skin. I don't mind a little bit of an oily film even because it helps hydrate, but this is good. I enjoyed it. I will buy it again if I need it. Speaking of things that I buy over and over again, this is the Innisfree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. I have 3 of these. I use this as not just sun protection, but also skincare. So when I need just a light hydrating moisturizer, I reach for this. This stuff is absolutely bananas great. It's thin, it's hydrating, but it's also sunscreen and it doesn't leave a white cast. It's a K-Beauty sunscreen and it has a different formulation than American sunscreens because American sunscreens have regulations about ingredients that you can and can't use, which really restricts the American sunscreen market. But K-Beauty doesn't have those restrictions. So they can really experiment with what makes a sunscreen cosmetically elegant as well as effective. And this one she's bananas. I love her. Love her, love her. I've got 2 on backup and 1 on the go right now. Dry texturizing shampoo. This is my favorite texturizing shampoo. I also have the Batiste Bare, which is barely fragranced and it's nice and light. This has a little bit more grip to it and works really nicely with the Tresemme texture spray. I've been using this for a long time and it's really nice. Right now I have one that's more of a liquid, so it's not an aerosol, and I don't know if I like it. I've tried putting it in a different bottle. I don't know. I think it's just too much for what I need. I have here a Neutrogena Ultra Sheer SPF. This is not empty by any means, but it is expired. And I don't mess around with expiration dates on sunscreen. You know, check the expiration dates, make sure if it's not used up, you're decluttering it. Because, like, you don't want to put your skin at risk just because you used a sunscreen that has lost its efficacy. So, excuse you. Speaking of sunscreen, I have melasma, and I've mentioned it before. My dermatologist told me to start using the Elta MD morning and night. So I go through this, I use 2 full pumps of this a day, and I am noticing some difference. I do also have a cream that I use that's prescription. So I'm noticing my melasma is very slowly starting to fade. So this must be doing something. It better be for the price. This stuff is like $40 for a tube. It's not cheap, but it is very nice. My makeup lays nicely on top of it. It doesn't dry out my skin. If I'm really running late, I can pop this on top of my nighttime skincare, assuming I haven't used any actives that I need to wash off. I can pop this on top of my evening skincare and run out the door. So this is good. I kind of resent having to buy it, but it just makes everything so much easier. And then we have the Tula. This is the Protect and Glow. This is a glowy sunscreen. It really is. It smelled like bananas. That's right. It smells like banana runts. Y'all remember what runts smelled like? These smell like the banana flavor of runts. And it's weird. It's a little disconcerting, but it does go away. It doesn't linger. All right, I've got 4 stacks in front of me that are skincare products that I have used on the for a very long time now. So we have the Refer Rebalancing Essence. This stuff is beautiful. I don't know if Maria is going to want this. I'll message her. I have 2 of the Overnight Repair Balms from Versed. I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but I love this. This is my evening slugging layer. I put a layer on, I let it sit for a minute, and then I work it in, and it develops this tackiness that when you put another layer on top, they meld together and sink in, and they make a really nice top layer to all your skincare. Just absolutely beautiful product. I don't think it's terribly expensive. I don't remember because I buy things in bundles, but it is a lovely, I will warn, if you live in a hot climate or if your home is really hot, these do tend to melt because it's a balm. Mine got put in a mailbox on a particularly hot day, and it really lost its texture. It lost its ability to really hydrate. I ended up sending it back and ordering a new one. So be aware of that. But if you need an overnight slugging layer and you're too lazy to deal with like all of the stickiness that petroleum jelly or a really thick moisturizer, this is a good alternative. More Refer. This is the Refer Light Hydration Cream 2.0. It's one of my favorite moisturizers. It's very elegant. It's not complicated. It has very simple ingredients. It's in an aluminum recyclable tube, which we love. I have gotten off of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost bandwagon and have been using this because you get double the product for the same amount of money and you're supporting a small business. Neutrogena, however, has gotten my business with this niacinamide serum. When my skin is dry, I put a pump or 2 of this on and it just sinks in and I can feel my skin plumping up. I can see my little lines and crow's feet filling in. This is the first step that I use before I even do my medication, my eye cream, anything like that when I'm starting my skincare. This is first. I don't love the packaging. It does say it's recyclable. Well, we'll see about that. So this came in Allure Beauty Box. I used it once and it burned the ever-loving hell out of my eyes. This is Makeup Strip Whipped Coconut Makeup Remover. Like, I really liked the idea. It does have a very strong coconut scent, and it's not even like an elegant one. It smells like a child's toy that's supposed to smell like coconut. It's very reflective. I don't know if it has shimmery particles in it, but it's not sticking around because it made my eyes burn so badly. And I put my cleansing oil in my eyes. Like, that's how I get my liner off my waterline. This is not it. Not it. And I'm not even like passing it along to anybody. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. A mask that I finished mostly. I think the bottom dried out a little bit. This is from Elizabeth Mott. This is the One Bad Motherfoma. I like the name. I love the imagery. I am a huge Rosie the Riveter fan. My grandmother was a Rosie. This is one of those masks that you put on and it starts bubbling and you can feel it like cleaning out your pores, and then you add a little bit of water once it's all bubbled up and you can really work it into this lovely clay face wash mask moment. It is a beautiful mask. Once I go through some of the masks that I'm working through, I might repurchase this. It's beautiful. Daiso. I only have one of these in here. That's a surprise. This is the Daiso Puff and Sponge Cleaner. This is what I use to wash my brushes. I use it to wash my makeup sponges. Speaking of which, I have 2 sponges here that have bit the dust for whatever reason. I'm going to pass these on to a friend with a compost pile because these are biodegradable. These are the EcoTools Bio Blender, completely compostable sponge. Yes. This is the sustainability that we need in the world right now. Is things that are compostable, things that are recyclable, things that are multi-use. We love it. This mask, this is intense. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleanser. So this comes out and it's creamy and it's got these little clay spots in it. And as you work it into your fingers and then on your face, those little bubbles of clay burst and they really get in there and they clean out the pores. You'll leave it on for more than 5 minutes. This will give you a chemical burn. Don't do that. Keep an eye on it. Make sure it's not hurting. But this lasted me a good long time before I realized it had expired. Okay, I have a bottle of the Flower Beauty CBD serum. This stuff is gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and I never hear people talk about it. But if you are somebody with dry skin who wants a glowy base, start with this. Start with this. It's fantastic. And I think it's like $12 to $15 a bottle, meaning it's not horrendously expensive. All right, couple of, this is empty, which makes me very sad. This is the Hemp's CBD Refresh Me Mist. The middle of summer when my skin is dry, couple good sprays of this just brings it back to life. But this product has since been discontinued, as has the entire Hemp's CBD line. Let me grab. So I do have 2 bottles of their oils. I am probably going to dump these into a bath. They don't smell right. So I'm probably not gonna, yeah, they smell like stale oil. And if you know what stale oil smells like, you know what stale oil smells like. It's got this, like, I can't explain it. It's a musty kind of smell that oil shouldn't smell like when you're getting ready to put it on your face. However, I will probably dump these in a bath, and that is how I will finish them. But yeah, these are fine. They did go off pretty quick. And like the real winner from this line in my eyes is the toner. The toner was fantastic. I'm already overfilling my recycling bin. We're getting down to the small stuff. All right, I have been working to finish mini hair stuff. This came in this is the Oribe Mystifying Restyling Spray. This came in a Beautylish Lucky Bag in 2019. So I've had this for 5 years and it's finally empty. It just kept wandering around my life. So yeah, I didn't know if this was in my bathroom. Sometimes it was in my travel bag. I finally just said, screw it, and I finished it. Way, this is an absolutely beautiful hairspray if I wanted to spend this money on a hairspray. So this is the Way Texturizing Hairspray. It is really nice. It is very nice. If I was going to buy a hairspray, it would probably be this, just because it's a lot less expensive than the Oribe. I also have the Detox Dry Shampoo from Drybar. I don't love this. I find that it dries out my hair a little bit too much, just makes it a little too crunchy. Okay, we are getting down to the nitty and the gritty. Let's see what we got here. Oi, okay, so I have some sheet masks. This is the Sweet Chef Beet and Retinol Fresh Pressed Sheet Mask. I don't remember using this, so I don't remember if the mask was any good. The Sephora Masque Frisé, Masque Visage Frisé. So face mask strawberry. I seem to remember this made my face burn, which is weird because Sephora masks and I have always gotten along. But this one I remember pulling off because it just made my face feel really red and just not it. These Medi-Heal masks, I love these. This is the Collagen Essential Lifting and Firming Mask. These are absolutely beautiful masks. So those are masks. I'm trying to go through my sheet masks, my bathroom type masks, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm getting things out of my life, which is great. I finished a jar of the Coors Night Brightening Sleeping Facial. So this is a vitamin C mask. This is great. It's really expensive, but it's beautiful. Couple more face serums. So I can't read this brand. It's like the backwards B Beauty. It's not Beauty Bakery. It's Butaneo Beauty. It's their rain drench serum. Meh, it's fine. It didn't do a whole lot of bad. It didn't do a whole lot of good, but it was there. This I purchased over and over and over again. This is the CosRx Propolis Light Ampule. This is a really nice, thick serum, and I can feel it when I put it on my face, and it just feels like this lovely veil that then sinks into my face and gives it a little bit of extra oomph. And I layer this on top of my other thin, lightweight serums, and then I build up to my thicker stuff. Excuse you, that's rude. This is from Frudia. I don't know what this is, but I opened it and I got an instant migraine. So this is going bye-bye. You go bye-bye. Eye cream. I go through eye cream. This is my favorite. It's also like $8. So this is the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. Again, aluminum, recyclable tubes. We love it. My entire recycling bag just fell on the floor. That's fun. I'll deal with it. I have some dental hygiene stuff. I have a tube of the Crest Pro Health Gum Detoxify and Restore, and then a package of my Glide dental floss. Another dry shampoo. This one's from Amika. It's fine. It's fine. It does the job. It's not fancy. It's a little more expensive than I would like, but that's why I get the samples. I don't love it. It's fine. It does the job, but it's not my favorite. This, however, is one of my favorite skincare products of all time. This is the Saturday Skin Rub-a-Dub Peeling Mask, Rub-a-Dub Peeling Gel. So this is the Rub-a-Dub Refining Peel Gel. So this is one of those products that you squirt it out into your hand and you start working it into your skin, and your skin starts balling up like you used to do with glue. You'd let it dry partially and then ball it up and make spitballs out of it. At least that's what the kids in my elementary school did. But this removes all of the dead skin. It is amazing how effective and just fast this works. In 60 seconds, you get a new face. The other night when I did my oil pull, so I spent 15 minutes working oil into my face. I went in the bathroom, washed the oil off, and then while my skin was still a little bit moist, like not damp, but there was still some hydration in my skin, I went in with a layer of this, and it pulled up so much dead skin. It was amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. I feel like I have a new face today. It's incredible. This I can't stand. This I cannot use because of the fragrance. I absolutely hate it when brands put just absolutely non-essential fragrance into their products. If you are using products that smell so bad that you're afraid your customers aren't going to want to use it, don't mask it with perfume, because that's just going to make it worse. And I feel like that's what this did. So I'm not using it. I'm going to squirt it out and recycle the tube. Oh, some more samples. I've got the Laneige Water Bank Mask. I've got the Good Genes Serum from Sunday Riley. These are both lovely. When I get samples of these, I don't complain. I use them and then move on. I do have some sachet products here. Some of these have been used and some of these are just too old because I found them in a drawer. So this is a sample pack from Glossier. these just never got used and they're too old. So I'm not even gonna try to use them. I'm just gonna trash them. I then have another expired sample of the Giorgio Armani High Coverage Breathable Concealer. Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydration Fluid. 1 or 2 uses. Fresh black tea elixir. This had sunscreen in it, so I used it when I was at my boyfriend's. Peter Thomas Roth, same thing. Nice hydrating. Used it while I was at my boyfriend's. Got some nice hydration, and yeah. So I have a basket full of eye things in here. I am curious. I have 2 big bottles of CVS Allergy Relief eye drops. These are steroid drops that were prescription. And then I have 1, 2, 4, 7 tubes of the Systane Overnight Eye Gel. Keep buying it because it keeps working. My eyes are incredibly dry and prone to tearing. So I use this morning and evening usually. Some days I go a couple days without needing it, and then I feel like my eyes dry out, and then my under eyes dry out. So if I keep my eyes hydrated, it keeps my under eyes hydrated. I then tried the Retain PM drops. These are okay. I like the Systane better. I feel like this is a thicker, more occlusive formula that actually works better. This is a larger size for the same amount of money. So if maybe you've got just lightly dry eyes that need a little bit of help, this might work. All right, let's dish about some makeup that has either been finished or expired. I also have some declutters that we're going to talk about. I'm just going to get all of this stuff out of here and then I can clean the bin. Don't throw your bikes in the bin. Okay, let's talk about Salt New York first. I love Salt New York. I love Kiki G. I love what she has done with this brand to make it sustainable and yet appealing to a certain audience. You know, audiences that are a little more concerned with formulation and with delivery system than we are with this idea of virality. Like, these are not going to go viral anytime soon. I just went through and I had to pull a bunch of like these products that have little bubbles of liquid on top of them. They're just too old. They're too old to use. And I know now not to buy stuff in these shades because I don't use it very much. I also don't really love balm blushes anymore. So I have to be very picky about what I actually buy and versus what I actually use. I also have cocoa and I have plum. So plum was never going to work on me. It's just, it's too purple, it's too cool toned, it's too much. Cocoa, I tried. Cocoa and I really did try. We just could not ever get it off the ground. It's a little too milk chocolate for what I like in my blush. If I'm going for a brown blush, I'm going to go for a warmer rose or a terracotta. I'm not going to go for a soft brown. So lesson learned. While I'm talking about Salt New York, I also want to bring these guys up. These are the shade adjusters. And I bought these in every shade but the red. So I got like the lip and cheek formula. Yeah, lip and cheek formula in black, yellow, and blue. I also got it in white, and then I got the cheek, or the bronze and sculpt, the regular formula in the white. So I do have 2 of these that I'm keeping and using, but the blue and the yellow and the black, they've got to go. I have no reason to keep them. They're just, they need to go. They're hanging around, making things. I declared this done. This is one of the Sculpt in Bronze in Taupe, which is an absolutely gorgeous contour. Like, if you are just getting into contour and you want the friendliest contour, Salt New York Taupe is going to be your best friend. What are we? I think we're Sneaky Balm. Oh, no, this is the highlighter in beige that I have had going since I first found out about this brand and placed my first order. I have since replaced it with itself, so this one can be done. I am not going to be persnickety about finishing every ounce of product because it's getting a little harder to use. So that is Salt New York. I don't know why I have a pen in here, except for this pen just doesn't work. Mascaras. Let's talk mascaras because I have quite a few. So life is too short to wear bad mascara. It really is. I do not remember how I felt about the YSL Lash Clash. I seem to remember liking this. This is one that I would have used up all the way. Yeah, it's pretty dry in there. But the wand, yo, look at how freaking big that wand is compared to this. I usually really enjoy a mini because it gives me the experience of using the product in a smaller fashion. I wish, I wish that brands would shrink the size of the mascara wand with the mini. It's not giving the full effect and it's making it feel hard and clunky to use. This I loved. I actually considered buying a full-size tube of this recently. This is the Ilia. This is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I might actually hang on to just the wand because it is a fabulous wand. It's got a flat side, and then the other side has spikes, and the other, the third side, it's kind of a triangle, has bristles, really soft bristles. So you can apply it with the paddle side, brush it through with the thicker side, with the rubber bristles, and then you've got these really soft bristles on the other side to finish fanning out your lashes. Gorgeous. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I don't know if this was a waste of money or not. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes in the shade Pillow Talk. I bought this last year as part of my birthday Sephora haul. It's pretty. It's a lot of money for a colored mascara. It really is. But I loved the color. This on my green eyes just made everything pop. And it's a nice mascara. It's fine. I don't hate the mascara formula. The color is gorgeous, but it's a lot for a colored mascara. This is the Anastasia. I seem to remember using this once or twice and then tossing it in the bin. I didn't like it. Gucci, same thing. This was just like milquetoast. I'd heard such good things about the Gucci mascara, and I opened it and it was thin, it was clumpy, it left those little balls at the end of my lashes. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if my tube was too old, but I did not love this. And I was disappointed. What else okay. This is fabulous if your eyes never come in contact with any kind of moisture. This is the Mad Lash from the Balm, not Benefit. And it makes such pretty, wispy, long lashes. But the minute you get any eye watering or you don't set your under eyes, everything transfers. It is the least waterproof mascara I have ever tried. And I seem to remember I went through a tube of this before. I may not have been having the eye moisture issues that I have, but this just used it a handful of times and then tossed it in the bin because I was done with it. My favorite mascara. This is Benefit Roller Lash. I have nothing bad to say about this mascara except, it's a prestige mascara. So it's like $24, $26 for a tube. I wait until they go on sale and I absolutely love it. It's what I'm wearing today. I have a new tube of it open and it just is so quick. It's so easy. It builds on itself. Love this mascara. Okay, a couple other like random, let's talk about things that are not lips. I have more lips than anything else. NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This one's just done. It's done. It's harder to get stuff out. And for me right now, it's not worth it to pry out the tube, to pry out the stopper. So I'm calling her done. She done, folks. The Fluff Up Brow Wax was a really good brow wax to have for when I needed it. Now I have switched to using Glossier Boy Brow. Mine is almost done, and then I'm going to move on to the Kosas Air Brow. We'll see how that works. This gave my pencil a place to adhere because my skin doesn't like to hold on to brow products. I get bald patches in my brows. So having a brow wax, something to put in first to get my hairs in place and hold on to pencil, this was great. I had no complaints about it. It did start to get this, like, yeah, this weird thing on the tip, and I'm sure that's like the fibers in it building up, but that made it a little harder to use and just a little bit gross. A little bit. I have an empty of one of the Make brow pencils. I think this is probably Cool Taupe because that's the one I've been using and loving. All right, I have a nail polish. This is the Holo Taco Super Glossy Top Coat. This has been in my collection, in my nail polish collection for a long time. I haven't, in the last number of years, I haven't really been doing my nails very much. I've started doing them more recently because it's fun and it gives my brain something to do. But this has gone off. It smells awful. It doesn't, it's bubbly on top. It's not laying flat. And this used to be like a self-leveling top coat. Put it on and it would automatically just fill in over the nail. It's not doing that anymore. So that tells me it's time for this to go. Last empties, I've got a few declutters and then we're done. Empties. This is one of the Flower Beauty CBD Chill Out Lip Glaze. This is in Peace Out. This is one of my absolute favorite lip gloss treatment products. It's affordable, it's relatively easy to get, and it's really thin, but treatment. It's thin, but it also treats and covers and softens the lips. Fabulous. The Glossier lip gloss, I really enjoy this. If I'm, if my hair is up, that is when I tend to like this most because it is very sticky, but it's so long wearing. And if you're looking for something to really help hydrate the lips, the Glossier lip gloss is great. And then we have a Glossier lipstick. This is the Ultra Lip in Trench. This used to be one of my favorite brown mascaras. Brown mascaras? Not a mascara. This used to be one of my favorite brown lipsticks. Not mascara. But they go off so quickly. They have that same kind of stale oil smell that oil gets when it has gone off. So I'm hesitant to buy it again because I can't seem to finish a tube of it before it goes bad. But I love this formula. I love the color. It's just really, really beautiful. So those are all of the empties. Let's downshift and talk about some more declutters other than the Salt New York stuff. Okay, first thing, this is the Kayali vanilla perfume. As far as vanilla perfumes go, this one's fine, but I now have Vanilla Skin from Fleur. That body mist is special. Oh my goodness, I want to just bathe in Vanilla Skin. It's great. This feels like a less expensive, less elegant formulation of that. I have recently come to realize I don't like this brand's fragrances. They're too strong, they're too upfront, they're not nuanced enough, and my fragrance tastes have changed. I don't love this anymore. This I had to declutter because it went bad. This is the Glossier Original Formula Swiss Miss Balm.com. And it smells like hot cocoa. I sent one of these to my sister-in-law when they first came out because she loves hot chocolate. The problem I had with this is it's so richly pigmented that when you squirt it out onto your finger, you have to look in a mirror when you're putting it on. And that's not what I want this to do. I want this to be something I can grab and just swipe on when my lips are really dry and I need some moisture. But this just, no. And it doesn't smell like hot chocolate anymore. It smells stale. It's gone off. A couple of brow products that are no longer my shade. I have been growing my hair out. I have not been dyeing it. I used to dye my hair red. I now have grays in the front that are really bringing down the undertone of my hair. So my undertone is much darker, it's cooler, and so warm toned brow products just don't work for me anymore. So I have the Nabla Brow Divine, I think. So this is the Nabla Brow Divine in the shade Mercury. It's just a little too red for me. But I will say this about this brow pencil. Nabla has like developed the perfect size and component for a brow product. The single ring is the spoolie. The double ring is the pencil, and the caps are the same size. So the cap for the top fits the bottom, and the cap for the bottom fits the top, and you don't have to fiddle around remembering which top goes with which bottom. That's annoying. So I love the way this is designed. I might order another one of these in a cooler shade when I need another micro brow pen. Why can't I say product or pencil? When I need this again, I will reorder it. And last but certainly not least is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3. It's just too warm. It's just too warm, and it's not going to benefit me anymore. So I have a friend who is a redhead. I will send her this along with the Benefit Brow or the Nabla pencil, and I think she'll enjoy them. The last thing I'm getting rid of is the Rituel de Fille Creator Concealer. This was a lab sample. I did review this. I didn't like it. It's really thick. It's hard to manipulate. It settles into fine lines and creases, and I just do not have the patience to have something like this in my collection anymore. So she done. She going away. We're gonna, send her off. We'll build her a Viking pyre and set her off into the lake. That is all of the stuff I've gone through in the last 3 months. It's a lot. I now have to figure out how to process and recycle all of this stuff. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you have questions, comments, if you have experience with these products, let me know down below. I always want to know your thoughts and opinions. I hope you are taking extra good care of yourself so you can take care of each other, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, friends. Excuse you, do you mind not spilling all over the floor?